All right, Gary. So screen recording for the button actions for the timestamps. Um, I have two different kinds. I guess you can use one or both, um, depending on what you want. I don't need any of this stuff. Okay. So I have a test version, and I'm assuming you're working with Acrobat Pro. Otherwise, I don't think you could have made all these forms. So first version is the one with the header and footer timestamps. Um, so we go to all tools, and then we're going to need um, the prepare form tool, which sometimes you have to click on view more to see it. And prepare form right here. Now we're going to add a button. So click on the button and then decide where to place it. We can place it here. And so now the problem is to change the properties. The only way I could figure this out is to get out of this tool and then oddly enough back into prepare form. So then I can go into this button and change it. We'll go to properties, start from general. We can call this header footer time stamp button. And the tooltip will be apply date and time stamp to top and bottom of pages. Appearance you can play around with. I'm sure there's a million ways to make this look nice, but not necessary for what we're doing here. The label will show timestamp, and we'll put the label on top of the icon, and the one clicking, I think it's going to invert. All right, the key here is the action. So when you open this, I think it says execute a menu item. The trigger is mouse up. I don't know why that's the trigger because it's actually clicking, but that's what you should use because there's no clicking here and mouse up actually works. And the key is to change the action to run in JavaScript. So now you have this file, header footer timestamp. I don't think there's anything else here that you need to worry about. Um, the only thing you may want to adjust in the future is maybe the font size. This is a font size for the top field. This is a font size for the bottom field. So that's applicable. You can do that. Now I'm going to attach the files for you. And this file is going to be attached. Basically, you can open with any text editor, like TextEdit on a Mac. It's going to look just like this. So all you do is you copy it, Command A, Command C, go back to the JavaScript, and now we're going to add JavaScript, and all you do is you paste it here. And then you click OK, and then you click Close. And let's see if this works. Yeah, and let's click on this. And now it added date and time on the bottom and the top everywhere. The size looks okay to me, but you can definitely make this bigger. If you need help to move it around, we can do that. Okay, second type of timestamper that I'm going to show you, which I think will be useful because I think most people end up writing this in rather than typing it. Um, we're going to do the same thing. It's basically going to be a stamper that adds a date and time to the signer or cosigner. And it's going to work the same for both, but I'll show you in principle. We'll do one for the signer, and the cosigner you'll be able to do without me. I'm pretty certain. So one of the issues we have here is if you look at the date field, this one says date number 2. This one says time number 2. Date 1, time 1. Date 0, probably time 0. Okay. We need to know the names because those are the fields we're populating. And we need another button. Where are they? Here they are, another button. This one will put, say right here. I mean, maybe you want it here. It doesn't matter. You'll end up putting it wherever you want. Again, the silly going in and out. I don't know how to do this better. By going back by right clicking on the button, going into properties. Now we need to name this button. And I'm going to name this signer timestamp. And on the tooltip, apply date and timestamp to signer boxes. Appearance, same thing, doesn't matter. Label, I'm going to call this signer. Same sort of behavior. Now actions. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is the sign. Huh, what happened to it? Let's see where it is here. Okay, this is how the file is going to look like. And you really don't need to worry about the vast majority of it. We want to make sure that we're using the same field names for the pages. So, if in other forms you have different names for the date fields or the time fields, you'll need to change the contents of these lines and what's in quotations. And you can use, as many fields as you want. If you want to exclude, for example, the last page, you would take out date number 2 and time number 2. There is the option of setting different font sizes for date and time. So you can play around with that, and you can change the font name. I'm using Arial Narrow. I think Helvetica works pretty good for sort of narrower fonts. Again, whatever you find pleasing. But I think the names of these fields are the same as what we saw earlier, so this should work okay. Again, as far as what you're going to see when you open it with TextEdit is this, and you'll be able to edit things here as well. We'll do the same thing, select all and copy. And now we'll go to actions. Again, I think you'll need to go to run a JavaScript, need to add. We'll paste the code and click OK. And now let's close this and get out of the form. And now we'll click signer. And lo and behold, nothing happens. Let's see what the issue is. Did we name this button? Uh, are the fields named differently? Hmm. Hmm, 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 that's a bit odd. Hover looks okay. Mm, take a look another time here. Hmm, that looks okay. I don't know. Hmm, try to save this maybe. All right, I don't know. This is going to require a fix to work just fine earlier. Um, I'll shoot another quick video when I'm figuring this out. Alrighty, I'm gonna stop.